if I if you woke up with your dream body, would you be able to retain it? If I gave you $1 million, would you know what to do with it? Well, if you're not a millionaire already, if you haven't worked enough to make $1 million, you probably wouldn't know what to do with it. If you woke up with your dream body, would you be able to maintain it? Probably not, because you haven't achieved your dream body yet. So why do you think that you deserve to have your dream body? This is something that I'm going to go ahead and break down in this video. Honestly, I didn't really know, I haven't posted on my YouTube in a while, so I'm going to break down this concept. And it's the concept that if you haven't achieved something yet, how do you expect to maintain it if you got it? Now, this goes into the thought process that you need to you need to become the person who is worthy of having your dream outcome instead of solely focusing on your dream outcome. Let's say you want $1 million, right? And I gave you $1 million. You would tell me, yeah, I know what to do with $1 million. If you're not a millionaire, you tell me you'd invest it. You tell me you'd go buy properties. You wouldn't know what to do with that money unless you're studying it. You wouldn't know what to do with that money, and your ego would tell me straight to my face that you would know. Same way that if you had your dream physique, if you woke up with it the next day, you would tell me, yes, I would eat less. But guess what? I promise you, you wouldn't be able to retain that body if you haven't done it before. Why? Is because your habits are shit. Nothing changed with the person you are to be worthy of having that dream outcome. The only thing that changed inside of the circumstance I just gave is that you had it. Now, what I need to tie into this, which is very important, is you can't expect to get something if you don't expect to change the identity in the person who you are. Your identity shapes up everything. Your identity physically, let's say in this case, is built up by everything you consume physically, calories. Your identity mentally is pretty much a collection of everything you consume on this thing. And that's generally it. If you're unable to understand and accept the fact that changing your identity is the one thing that is you're gonna have to do to achieve your dream outcome, you won't get there as quick, or if even at all. And quite frankly, most people can't accept the fact that they will have to change their habits, the core foundations that they do, the core things they do every day to get to their dream goal. Now, you can tell me I want to get abs, I want to get shredded, but you're not you can tell me you want to get abs, you can tell me you want to get shredded, but the thing is, you're not telling me the things that you're going to do, the things that you're going to do to get there, the things that you're going to do to maintain it, because you don't know what those things are. You want to become a huge bodybuilder, you want to look like Joseph Shin, you want to look like Adam Yu. Well, do you know what it takes to get to physique like that? They're on gear. That's a whole different story. You want these things. We want these things as humans, but we don't always understand that we are not the people who generally are attracting them. We don't build the persona, or you don't build the persona that attracts the thing that you want. Now, I've come to understand this, and I've come to feel the results of actually doing this, which is why I'm going to keep scaling it. Of course, I'm not exactly where I want to be. Of course, I'm not rich. Of course, I don't have the dream body that I want yet. But I understand this concept, and I continue to apply this concept every single day. And over time, I see growth with it. If you can't come to grasp the concept that you need to start becoming the person who is worthy of producing these naturally positive outcomes, you won't be able to succeed. Do you do enough in a day? If I ask you that question, let's say you wanted to lose weight. What do you do in a day that gets you to lose weight? Do you track your calories? Do you do cardio? Do you sit all day at work? What do you do? If you can't honestly answer that question for me, how do you think I'm going to respond? I'm going to tell you straight to your face you're not doing enough. You don't have clarity. You don't have a congruent mindset that matches your brain's thoughts and your actions. Which is another thing that I need to tap onto. Congruency. Do you even understand what that word means? Congruency between your thoughts and actions. We generate thoughts as humans in our heads. We think about what we want. Maybe you think about getting your dream car. Maybe you think about driving it every day. That is a thought. Now, if you want to get that thought has to be exactly in line with every action that you take to get there. And if your actions aren't aligned with that thought, how do you expect to get there? the quickest way to get from where you are to your destination will always be a straight line. Let's say I wanted to drive down to the store right now. Well, the quickest way would be to drive in a straight line. Is that possible? No, there's houses in the way. So I have to take loops to get there. The quickest path to get from where you are now to where you want to be is a straight line. Anything that comes in between that, remove it. Now, in my case, driving to the grocery store, I have to make turns. There's certain rules I have to follow. Inside of your case, your goal is to remove as many distractions as you can that make this line go to here, right? The quickest way from where you are right now to your goal is in a straight line. You cannot argue that fact. If you can't grasp that concept, and I'm always going to say grasping concepts, because most people nowadays, they'll hear this information that I'm telling you. They'll consume it. They'll consume plenty of other information, but they won't actually apply it. And that is the difference between people who actually see growth and people who stay stuck. Taking information, using the information, and actually benefiting from it. That's why I give everything away. I give my entire business model away for free. Everything I do, my exact fat loss blueprint, I give it away for free because people simply won't do it. People simply won't sit down for 30 minutes out of their day and learn something about losing weight, which is why I do it. And the people who do succeed are the people who understand this concept. And it's a very simple concept. I've had to come to realize it, and a lot of people also have to come to realize it that I work with. So if I can give you one piece of advice, one piece of core advice to follow from this video that you can take away and you can apply it. Every time you think about doing something, every time you think about making a decision, I want you to get it done right away. For example, you go to make your bed. I don't want you to pick up your phone before it. I want you to wake up instantaneously and make your bed. I want you to build the identity of someone who makes decisions with aggression, with urgency. Whenever you start a task, finish the task as soon as you possibly can. This will compound over time, and as your decision making gets better, will tie into your identity with everything that you do. Other than that, the only other thing I could tell you is become the person who is worthy of your dream outcome, not the person who solely chases the dream outcome. With that, I will leave you. Peace.